nobody around the house? Is nobody around the house? Oh, okay. Hello. I'm wearing my pregnancy shorts.
It's big Billy.
Check you on. Which is good because I missed my white ones. Like, I liked my white ones that I had
I
had.
have them picked up for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Girl, I don't think I'm gonna fit those again. So I think, like, once the baby's born, maybe we can just have like a routine or something. That way I can get back to at least what I used to be. Because I did lose like 5 pounds in my first trimester.
You do. People
so like when I when I got pregnant, I was like 142-ish, and then I think it was at my last prenatal appointment I was 135.
I can tell.
So it was like I lost like around 5 or 6 pounds or something. Now, granted, some of that was probably I just needed to use the bathroom.
No, you do lose weight in the beginning because your body's just working all the time.
Speaking of which, the doctor told me I need to take a laxative, or a softener every day, and I haven't been doing that. No, I'm good. I'll save it for another day.
Oh yeah, please do.
She said, "Oh, please do."
I'm sorry, y'all. It's the binoculars that get me. And like, and then she said when she, right when she first got pregnant, she was around 142-ish pounds.
She was an hourglass figure, remember?
I'm sorry. Oh my God. No, she was right when she called herself a rectangle. She was right.
Yeah, that's more like it.
By no means are we body shaming in any way. We would never do that. But for somebody that is literally 4'11" tall, if you're 142 pounds, I'm sorry, girly pop. You are not an hourglass figure. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I think I've, gathered myself. Y'all, Gypsy said she was an hourglass figure before she was pregnant. And then right when she got pregnant, she was 142-ish pounds. I'm taller than Gypsy. I'm literally, almost 5'2". And at one point in time, due to some fertility medicine I was on, it made me gain weight. And I got to, 150 pounds. And I was like a balloon. So, she was more of a rectangle shape, like she said, not no dad blame hourglass. But anyway, sorry, y'all, sorry. We just wanted to start with something a little bit lighthearted and funny because of what this video is going to consist of. And it's something I came across last night on TikTok and showed hubby, and it rightly pissed us off because we know the truth. The absolute certain truth. We have a very, very credible source, and we've looked into it. We're not dumb, so we've done our homework, so to speak, on this to be able to speak the truth. But first, let me just say thank you so much to all of our subscribers. We truly appreciate all of you so, so very much. And to Overprotected 1111, if you didn't hear our video from last night because we forgot to say it and we said it towards the end of the video. Thank you so much for the super thanks that you sent us the other day. Y'all, we truly appreciate it when y'all send us a super thanks. It really helps us so very much and helps the channel so much. We greatly appreciate it. And we greatly appreciate all of you so very much. And we appreciate all of our new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing and joining our family and channel here.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome to the channel. We hope all of you continue to enjoy and love all of our content, whether it's gypsy content or non-gypsy content. But we're thinking here that Bri and Gypsy are probably, possibly, I mean, could be facing some legal, issues. And y'all let us know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and we'll be conversating with y'all like always. And if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, all of the things. And we would greatly appreciate it so much. But we're thinking they're walking a fine line, because we all know that Dip Jip uses, people like Bri, her BFF Bri right here, to do her dirty work by proxy, So, excuse me, y'all. But, and Bri sure is enough doing it. And now she's making threats against people who have underage children, making threats against people regardless. It is illegal and wrong and you can't do it. But, she's not only doing that, but now she's making threats against people who have children that are underage and doxing them and putting their children in danger and all of that, and not caring one bit about it. She is standing on what she said, okay? Which is really screwed up. And Gypsy's supporting it because Gypsy's reposting this stuff on her TikTok. So she's supporting this, dirty work that Bri's doing for Gypsy by proxy. And on her own, Bri's doing it on her own as well. So could they be facing some legal issues? Y'all watch this. Okay, y'all. So Michelle OB85 from TikTok posted this. And she posted it the day before yesterday. So just 2 days ago. And she wrote at the bottom, Bri, stop. You already made your point with that disgusting, and it was disgusting, video you made about Becca Scoops. What is wrong with you? Her ex-husband was unalive, passed away while serving, and now you are going after him? For what? This is a new low, even for someone like you. Hashtag stop, hashtag get a life, hashtag move on. And then she tagged some creators along with us and stuff. So that's the rest of the stuff that's down there. But y'all check this video out.
That it says she's a widow of, even though she's not, for...
It's really messed up of her to say. But anyway, the screen says, Bri now talking shoot on Becca Scoops' deceased ex-husband who passed in the line of duty. He literally was unalived heinously while serving in the line of duty.
Fuck, 15 years? So I promise you she knew. Was a horrible person and beat and unalived people of color, allegedly. Well, he was a part of a lawsuit, a huge civil rights lawsuit that, well, he died before the trial started. So they have enough evidence to put him in that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't like, look, I found, hold on, let me pin that.
That was her husband. this was her husband. He's out there. We're not meaning to dox him by no means, but you know, I think he deserves to be shown because he was serving.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
And passed away heinously while serving in the line of duty. But this was him. And it even says, we remember and honor Deputy Blank. I'm not going to say the name. And then this is what happened and all that, like what happened to him and stuff. So Bri doesn't actually do her homework. She'll do maybe one Google search, which we've proven on our channel many times how Google can be wrong. Okay, but she'll do one Google search and preach something to her brainwashed followers, like Dreamer, who, you know, tried to post something as well, which we'll show you in just a second. But, you know, like Dreamer and the rest of them who sit up there on her panel, like the 6, maybe 7 people that sit on her panel all night and all day with her, you know, and that she lies to and literally brainwashes. But the information she got is incorrect. She wants to speak on this lawsuit that was brought up, okay? When something happens, this man passed away by being shot by someone who was, you know, a career criminal, and he feared going back to prison because it was going to be his 3rd strike. And for a lot of you who may not know, in California they have like a 3-strike rule type thing or law. And if you get, I'm not completely sure on it, but I think it's only with felony charges. But if you get like 3 felony charges, you're done. You're done for, right? Okay, so the man that shot Becca Scoop's ex-husband and unalived him, he was, you know, he got the death penalty. His lawyers came up with this whole spiel of, you know, well, that officer, you know, the officer talking about Becca Scoop's ex-husband was part of a gang and this, that, and the other, and all of that. He was racist and he's a neo-Nazi, all these things to try to get their client life without parole instead of the death penalty. Okay? Even though he was a career criminal and this was his 3rd strike and he had just unalived a freaking police officer on duty. Bri, if you're listening, do a little research, do your homework, know what you're talking about before you preach it to somebody and brainwash people.
For real.
Like, that's so irritating. But yeah, he passed away, you know, and the lawsuit that happened, when that happens, it's brought up against the whole sheriff's department, okay? That particular sheriff's department that he worked for. So yes, his name was automatically listed in that lawsuit because he worked for that sheriff's department, okay? He was, okay, so yes, there are corrupt police officers out in the world. There sure are. There really are. But most of those bad apples get thrown out of the bunch within the first, you know, year or 2 of their career as a police officer, and then they don't ever work as a police officer again. This man had worked, you know, as a police officer for years and years, okay? And y'all, we are talking about something that happened over 30 years ago, okay? This was 30 plus years ago when this happened with her ex-husband. So I don't know why Bri's trying to bring it up now. I don't know why she's doing this. Becca Scoop's never done anything to Bri. But again, right is right and wrong is wrong. And what Bri is doing is absolutely wrong in so many ways. But and we're fixing to show you another example. But she says this about Becca's ex-husband saying, like she just got this, this big scoop of information. Yeah, and he was a white supremacist, and he was racist, and he was a neo-Nazi, and he was this, that, and the other. He was literally Latino. He was. So what do you have to say about that, Bri? He wasn't even white himself. So listen, a lot of sheriff's departments, they will call themselves certain things, same as military. Military does the same things. Different military, branches and platoons and stuff will call themselves like the Bulldogs, the Vikings, the this, the that. Just like football teams or baseball teams or whatever. They're called the whatever. They have mascots, right? Okay. Well, police departments do that as well. Fire departments do it as also. They have mascots. So, the police department he worked for they were called the Vikings, So the lawyers for the man that unalived Becca Scoop's husband, the lawyers tried to say, oh, well, they're part of this gang and all that, blah, blah, blah. No, there were like a couple, maybe one or two corrupt police officers who didn't always do the right things in that police department, and they got fired, okay? And, and were released of their duties. And they can no longer work as a police officer. But Becca Scoop's husband was actually cleared of that lawsuit. There, Bri, Gypsy Bri. So maybe you ought to look into something and do your homework and research something before you put information out there as fact when it's not fact. Bri without the facts. Stop calling yourself Bri with the facts when you ain't got no facts. Because I'm telling y'all, seriously, we have looked into this deeply. And we know for a fact her ex-husband was Latino. He was not racist. He was not a neo-Nazi. He was not charged in this lawsuit. He was cleared of it. And yes, you can be cleared of a lawsuit after you've passed away. That's just like if someone that's been murdered, right? And then 20 years later, they find out the person that committed the murder has also done passed away because it's so many years later after the fact. And they find out that, they've also passed away. They can still put that person on record and say, okay, this person did commit this murder and, but they're passed away. We can't sentence them. But they will put it on record that this person did murder them. So that person will be known as a murderer, even though they've done passed away after detectives or investigators, whatever, have figured out like a cold case, for example, is what I'm saying. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. But Bri needs to do a little more fact checking before she goes calling herself Bri with the facts, because she ain't got no dad blame facts whatsoever. None. And Becca wasn't stealing prescription pads and all this other stuff like Bri's saying. She wasn't doing any of that, okay? She wasn't. She was a former nurse. So some things happened that it had nothing to do with her career as a nurse. Personally, in her personal life, things happen, whatever. It's her story to tell if she wants to tell it and when she wants to tell it. But that she needed to take care of. So yeah, on her channel, she says, I'm a former nurse and my husband's a veteran detective. And he's an honored veteran detective. And we're not talking about her ex-husband at this point right now. And we're talking about her current husband. Yes, he's an honored veteran detective. Yes, he is. Sure is there, Bri. You don't know what you're talking about. Y'all check this out. So Bri put this video out yesterday, and you can see Dreamer's freaking face all up in it, like she don't know what the flip's going on. She stitched Bri's video in. I don't know why she didn't just simply repost Bri's video, but that's Dreamer for you. She needs to freaking go get a bottle of water, lay the cigarettes down, and go take a nap, Dreamer. Okay? You seem a little dried out. You need some water. So go lay down somewhere and quit getting all up in the screen. Y'all will see her all up in the screen like she's trying to move around all in front of the screen to see what's going on. Like she ain't done seen this video or something. But she's posting it. Y'all listen to this, then we'll talk about it.
Let's get one thing straight. I don't regret a damn thing. People are out here twisting my words, saying I regret exposing Becca Scoops. I don't. What I exposed wasn't about her past addiction. I don't know why she was forging prescriptions. Whether it was for herself or a side hustle, that wasn't the point. The point was transparency. The public.
Then why did you do it? Then why did you do it? If that wasn't the point, then why do it? You're saying the point was transparency. Y'all, that's what we were talking about in our previous video from last night, that Bri's a very good salesman. And for Fancy to support this is even more irritating. Like, how could you work with Bri to do something like this? And that's again on Fancy. Why aren't you checking your facts, Fancy? To make sure when you were working on this with Bri that you knew what you were talking about, that you knew what you were supporting, that you knew what you were putting out there on your channel. Neither one of y'all are being transparent. If that's what's so important to you, according to this video, it's all about transparency. Then why aren't y'all being transparent about the situation and telling the truth about the situation, the real facts about the situation? Y'all are out here making people believe certain things. Y'all are using manipulation tactics to make people believe y'all, or to make them think, oh, well, that probably was going on. Simply by saying one word. You can simply say one word and to someone, for example, and make them think, oh, I bet that is true about so-and-so or this person or that person. It's manipulation. And that's really messed up to support something like this. And that's just like what we were talking about. Does Fancy really have Nick's best interest at heart? If she's literally still to this day using an autistic girl, an autistic woman, who still lives at home with her parents, who Fancy's husband looked up, by the way, and seen that they live in a mansion in Georgia and was like, oh, her dad's loaded, so we're going to take her for all the money that we can. You know, like, that's wrong. How can you say you're out here trying to make something right that you did wrong a few years ago, Fancy? You said that you changed your mind about it now, but you haven't apologized. But, you say you changed your mind about it now. How can that be true when you're still using another autistic person?
Deserves to know the truth about the creators they follow. And let's be real. What she's doing is illegal. Presenting herself as a nurse when her license was revoked over 20 years ago?
No.
That's fraud. Now, because of this, people started coming after my husband, who had nothing to do with any of this. So, yeah, I reached out to Sir Morbid and told him, if you get your people to back off my husband, I'll move on from this.
Nobody has come after Bri's husband. I have not seen one video, have you?
No, me either.
I haven't seen one video or post about Bri's husband. But what's going around about Becca Scoops, it is everywhere, all over social media, because of Fancy and Bri working on it together, which is really screwed up.
It's wrong.
Wrong. In our opinions, it's wrong. And again, we are not trying to attack any creators or be mean in any way. We're really not. It's just wrong is wrong and right is right. And what they're doing is not right, in our opinion. It's wrong. So we're speaking out about it.
Then I deleted that message and decided instead to document every single threat against him. Because if I need to use it, trust me, I will. But Sir Morbid saw my message before I deleted it and ran with it. Now people think I'm backing down, or that I regret what I did. Let me say this loud and clear. I will never regret standing on truth. My family comes first, always, and I will take whatever precautions I need to protect them. But don't get it twisted. I said what I said, and I stand on that. Let's get one thing.
Well, you can stand on what you said, but don't call it truth, Bri, when it's not truth, okay? And Dreamer, get off the screen. Okay, so here's the message that Bri's wanting to say Morbid ran with, which, I mean, he would have a right to if she sent it to him.
Yep.
You know, even if she did go back and erase it. Oh, well, you did send it to him, and you meant it when you said it. When you said it and when you sent it to him. But she sent him this message saying, I get it, your people are mad because I exposed Becca's past. What I didn't do was bring members of her family into it. Huh? But you did. Her ex-husband, her current husband, those are family members. Her ex-husband is the father of her children. So it brings them into it. You might not have listed them by name, but it still brings them into this mess. And then she goes on to say, what Becca is doing is illegal and she could face criminal charges. No, Bri, what you and Gypsy are doing is illegal. And maybe y'all could face criminal charges. And maybe y'all will. We don't know. I don't know. But y'all possibly could. And then Bri says, but I never had intentions on doing that. I just believe that content creators should be honest with their followers. That's all I intend. Then be honest with yours, Bri, and tell them the truth. Tell them that you were wrong, that you got it all wrong, and the story that you put out about Becca's scoops was untrue. The things you said about her ex-husband was untrue. The things you said about her was untrue. They're not true. And if content creators, listen, we do videos and stuff like that, but we also have personal lives as well. Our mom, you know, may not want, you know, her name said on YouTube, you know. Our family members, you know, may not want to be a part of this channel, obviously, because it's just hubby and I. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we keep that private. Yeah, we've said that we're going to start showing more of our personal lives, hubby and I's. And, you know, we've even talked to our mom, and we may do some cooking videos, you know, with our mom or something, you know. But the thing is that that's her choice to be a part of it if she wants to be a part of those videos that we do once we start that up under memberships and stuff. But Bri's bringing people's family into it that never asked to be in it. And she's also bringing people's children into this, underage children into this. Like Hello Starlight, she's threatening Hello Starlight and doxing her. And she has underage children. And that's and she has done it. Bri has already done it. And that's putting Hello Starlight and her children at risk. Oh, but all you're worried about is Gypsy's safety, though, right, Bri? But her saying that she believes that content creators should be honest with their followers, and that's all she intends. Well, you know, yeah, we can be honest. We're being honest on our channel. But just because we simply don't tell you why we went to the doctor today, for example, you know, doesn't mean we're not being honest. We're just simply not sharing that piece of information. That doesn't mean that we're not being honest. Dang. And then Bri says, this could end now and I won't take it any further. If your people would stop threatening my husband, who is not involved with any of this. Fancy dropped her name. I found what was publicly available. Why go after my husband? I didn't go after Becca's husband. I showed public information on her. Someone who chooses to come on the internet daily. She just like puts herself out. Sorry, y'all, I had to switch to another screen so I could see the whole thing. But Bri says, I didn't go after Becca's husband. How in the world do you figure you didn't go after her husband? And that's exactly who you went after. And her ex-husband. And then Bri says, I showed public information on her. Someone who chooses to come on the internet daily. Well, you're on the internet all day and all night. That doesn't mean you're being completely honest with your followers. Do you tell them every single little thing that you do and every single step that you make? No. That doesn't mean you're not being honest with them. It just means that you're not sharing everything with them, which is what Becca Scoops chose to do. She chose not to share her her private life and just simply talk about the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case, which there's nothing wrong with that. She doesn't want to share her private life. That's her choice. But Bri, you are choosing to be dishonest with your followers. And then she says, what doesn't make any sense, she just like puts herself out there. Y'all, I don't know. It's Bri, okay? I don't know what that sentence means. Then she says, but because my husband doesn't deserve people threatening him or his job, I'm willing to get my people to back off of Becca if you tell your people to stop threatening my husband. Okay. And then it says at the bottom, Bri sent this message to Sir Morbid. I guess people are going after her husband and she doesn't like it. Oh, well. Exactly. Like, oh, well, Bri. Oh, well. You brought this on yourself. You brought Becca Scoop's husband into it, who, matter of fact, has never even been on her channel. He's never spoke on her channel. He's never been in any of the videos on her channel. So there was no point in doing that. And if there is a video out there about, your husband, whatever, your husband has come into your lives, you talk about your husband and everything else in your lives and in your videos and stuff. So you've brought your husband into your social media world. You have, Bri. But Becca Scoops didn't. But trying to tell another creator, Sir Morbid X, if you get your people to back off my husband, then I'll tell my people to back off of you and Becca and everybody else and blah, blah, blah. That's some absolute childish, petty Betty BS, girly pop. Seriously.
Yeah, it is.
Like, grow the F up, Bri. Grow up. Really. Sir Morbid X cannot control people's brains any more than anyone else can. Well, you're pretty good at it. You're pretty good at brainwashing the people that sit up on your panel all day and night. Like Dreamer's face being all up in that video. You're pretty good at doing that. You're pretty good at brainwashing, and so is Gypsy. She's even better at it than you because she's brainwashed you. So, how can you tell another creator? That's like, we can't tell y'all what to do. We can't tell y'all, hey, y'all don't think this about this creator and do think that about the other creator and this, that, and that. We can't. Y'all have brains of y'all's own, my goodness. People can't tell other people what to do or make that. Sir Morbid X has said this many times on his live. I've heard it for myself. You've heard it. He's said it before when someone would come up on his panel and say, stop, tell them to stop saying this or that in the chat. And he's like, and he'll literally tell them, I can't control the chat. Like, half of them in here don't even like me. And they don't. A lot of them are freaking Bri's people, just being trolls that they are. When Bri's not on live, they're trolling everybody else. And they really do. They'll be all up in Sir Morbid's lives. In the chat. Trolling the chat. And reporting back to Bri. Like, is she paying y'all? No, she's not. So why are y'all even doing that? Like, sorry, in my opinion, that's just dumb. It's just, y'all are dingbats for doing that. Heck, I'd be getting paid for doing something like that if it was me. I mean, I wouldn't do anything like that, but I'm just saying, why do all that and sit there and report back to somebody day and night and spend all these hours into it? That's crazy. But one creator cannot tell their subscribers what to do any more than another creator can tell their subscribers what to do or not to do. If we tell y'all, oh, don't have a glass of wine tonight, y'all wait till tomorrow night, we're not there. We can't control y'all. If you want to have a glass of wine, have a glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? For example, y'all, we just had to put this out there because this popped up and we seen it I seen it on TikTok last night. I showed it to Hubby and brought it to him. Y'all let us know y'all's thoughts and opinions. And again, we just wanted to put the truth out there about the whole Becca situation and what's going on, because we've seen on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, all these people saying stuff about her and her husband and just running with this. And it's not true actual facts. It's not. And I promise y'all that. We can promise y'all that with 100,000%. That we've done our homework on it. We've talked to sources that are very, very reliable. We do know what we're talking about. It. We fact-checked everything. What we're telling y'all is fact. And what Bri has said in those videos are not true about Becca or her ex-husband. Anyway, what are y'all's thoughts and opinions on it? Y'all let us know in the comment section down below. We'll be conversating with y'all like always. And we hope y'all enjoyed this video and found it informative. And hopefully, you know, it will help get the truth out there, at least about that situation. And again, we are not trying to attack any creator at all. Not Fancy, not Bri, not anybody, or be mean or anything. We're just simply trying to put the facts out there and correct something that is wrong, that is out there. So let us know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. We'll be conversating with y'all like always. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, all of the things, and we would greatly appreciate it so much. And we hope y'all have a good night, and God bless.
Have a good night. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I bet she does. Oh, don't worry. Starlight's got it coming for her, too. We're gonna expose all them motherfuckers.